Hello everyone and welcome for another video of Love and Wargames. In this video, we will have a look at the latest starter set, the Sultanate Starter Set, for obviously the Sultanate faction. That is a very large box with a lot of things inside, and it's actually meant to be a perfect entry point for newer players that would like to start with any factions. That's what starter sets are. That is why, as you can see, there are a lot of ships inside, and you also get rules, tokens, some cards, some dices as well, and of course some movement tools. So there is a lot of value in this box, probably the most value per dollar that you can spend on any box, or per euros, depending on where you are. Here it's in euros. And yeah, we'll have a look at what is inside and start to talk about what you can build or not. Oh wow. Okay, this is actually the first time I open any starter set, and I see something that I quite like. Is that a, wow, that's a map. That is a map. Oh my god. Okay, let's stop everything for a second and let's have a look at this. Okay, I see my wife on the side, not very happy, but we're so hanging this map somewhere in the room. Oh my god. Okay. It actually looks like an old map. You can see like the damage of time on it. Okay, I'm gonna try to have a good side of it. Yeah. That is very, very nice. Okay. Okay. I have to say this is actually a very good idea from War Creator. I'm actually going to try to stand up a little bit and give an idea. Just look how big it is. Like, this is a little thing to open boxes. Look at the size of this. Okay, well, that is very nice of them to actually bring this as a little gift for all the players. Even if you are an all-time player of the Sultanate, just having this is actually quite nice. So, well, while we're here, the Sultanate is actually all this green area on the map, and it's basically composed of the forces of the Turks, the Egyptians as well, and we start to see more like forces from the Tripolitan area and all these factions. And of course the Order has a lot of presence for the Sultanate. Okay, this is very, very nice. Do we have things in the back? Oh yes, we do. And that is an artwork that I'm of course putting in the wrong side. We will not do this for every single starter set, but for this first one, yeah, little resume explaining what factions are, little artwork, yeah, that is actually really, really nice. Okay, now that we've taken care of this map, let's have a look at the miniatures themselves. And yeah, I was saying let's go to the miniatures, but no, because after the map, this amazing map, you have some more goodies. You have the rulebook, obviously, version 3.04, so actually the latest version right now. So you do have a lot of information, some nice artwork. You do have, yeah, some fluff. Interesting. And yeah, the latest fluff for each of the faction, not only the Sultanate, of course. It's just the rulebook, which is always very nice to have. You do have as well some tokens, because you can never have enough tokens. Quickly, like this, allows you to say usually how many hull points you have left. This allows you to say if you're obscured. And those are like the yellow, red, and black here allows you to check the level of disorder for your ship. And this is just a little tool to say which ship have activated already in this turn. You do have as well some dices. Very important. Those are the proprietary dices of the game. You need to learn a little bit how to use them, but once you learn, it's very fast to learn. You actually gain so much more time by using this rather than using d6. Yeah, very good to have them as well, because you need them to play. If you want to learn how to play, we do have a how to play video. Oh, sounds good. And this allows you to roll for critical damages. There are 6 different types of criticals that you can suffer or make your enemy suffer, but we'll not go to the rules. Here, you also get some victory cards, like victory and valor cards. This is quite important, and you can play without, of course, but as soon as you really want to play with the right rules, you need those cards, because it allows you to gain some points, or you can use them to do some valor effects, and some ships do need these cards to activate their stronger power. Like you need to burn one of your cards to actually activate your strongest attacks. So there is also this resource management aspect of the game. And plus some ships allow you to have more cards, so it's really an important part of the game. And it's not that complicated actually. You also have, okay, some SRS tokens. This is what you need to have to say like how many aircrafts you are actually sending. And now we go into the miniatures themselves. Let's start with the flagship. This is supposed to be an Anatolia Grand Battlecruiser. Let's have a look at the Anatolia. Okay, it is indeed not as big ship as what we can see from other factions, but let's remember that it's not meant to be like this huge, supermassive battleship. The detail is good, really good. I really like this little command center here. And yeah, we have those two little turrets in the back, which it is supposed to have. Is it turrets? No, actually the turrets are supposed to put them here, like on this little spot there. Okay, all right. But yeah, very, very nice ship. And of course, like it looks small right here, but remember that it is going to have those little things around. So it will make him look a little bit larger, but it is indeed one of the smaller flagships that you can have for your faction. That's just how the Sultanate is. And yeah, but by the end, when you will finish building it, it will have those little turrets a little bit better in the back, and it will have, of course, these little things, and it will have those I'm not sure how to call it, like buoys, floaters, these things that gives it the maneuverability that it needs, so it will actually look a little bit larger than it is right now. Now that we have seen the Anatolia, and I must admit this is the first time I have any Sultanate ship. I've seen them assembled, but I've never seen the sprues themselves. This looks like a combat sprue, like the Frontline sprue. And yeah, because you do have enough to build the main cruisers, you have all the generators here. And you also have these, okay, I really need to learn like what is the actual technical names, these floater things, I guess. You have two here, like a third one there. So I guess with the true Frontline sprues, you will have 2 extra of those, and this will allow you to put them on the Anatolia itself. Very well. One of the very interesting things with the Sultanate is that its ships can be, like its cruisers, can be built either as simple cruisers, same as any other faction, okay? Or you can actually fuse them together and make one larger cruiser. So it is what is actually explained here. So you see, for example, those Frontline cruisers, you can build them as Iskander or Pasha, etc., which is those versions with 1 or 2 turrets, so sometimes larger, sometimes not. But otherwise, you can just link them in the middle, have a little bridge in the middle, and then they can become a Mehmed Grand Monitor or the Hurum Grand Cruiser. And this means you have just one very large Mass 3 ship. Probably it's going to be even bigger than the Anatolia, and yeah, you have less activations, or yeah, usually it means you have less activations, but then you have these very tough, very powerful, and still very agile ships. So this is something to know about the Sultanate. If you want to know what are the options that you have, which one is better, how you're supposed to play them, I invite you to have a look at the Sultanate Starter Set, What to Build video. Here we're having a look at the set itself. So yeah, Frontline sprue here, probably a second Frontline sprue right there. Indeed, it is exactly the same. I'm pretty sure this is the Frontline version because of all the guns that we can see, especially here. Those are their normal, like, heavy turrets, and you have them again here. Lots of options. I actually really like the turrets of the Sultanate, looking very, very sharp. And now we arrive with the support sprues of the Sultanate. You also have 2 of those support sprues. And same thing for the support cruiser than for the Frontline cruiser. You can either have them as individual ships, or you can fuse them together to make one big double-deck aircraft carrier, for example. And the very nice thing is that for the Sultanate, you have on the support sprues those little escorts which are called Ferrix, and it's those actually that we can see. You can see it's like a little ship in a box, like it's okay. You actually have one half here. You just need to fuse it, and it will make you very, very cute little escort ships that can be on their own little base here. And they're actually quite important part of the Sultanate playstyle because they have a lot of ways to boost them. And yeah, I also really like their SLS token. If you can see, they have a very interesting visual style, and yeah, just looking really, really good. So those support sprues, you can basically build them as aircraft carrier, but you also have the option to build them as artillery versions, which are, if we look at their correct names, the artillery is the Mirima, and you can fuse it into the Nemrut, if I'm not mistaken, and this is going to be the very, very powerful artillery version. But there are just so many ways to build the cruisers, like as the Konya, the Morea, which is the mine layer, the Aydin, which repairs things. You have a lot of options, and to support cruisers, it might sound like a lot, but actually you wish you had a little bit more. You have so much value in this box. Actually, I would even say like having this box twice is not a bad idea, because you have so much for your so much value for your money, and the Anatolia now has a few named variants that you can play as. So yeah, so many things that you get in this box, and yeah, so many options there. If you can magnetize, you don't need to buy it twice, like still good but not necessary. But yeah, it doesn't seem so hard to magnetize actually. Of course, the little specificity of the Sultanate are those two generators. This is a portal generators. I will not go too much in details, but as the name suggests, you can have portals and then teleport things left and right, either ships, either munitions, even boarding troops you can go send through these portals. And this is a mirage generator, allowing you to, well, basically teleport, let's say, but on a shorter distance. Okay, you have the second support sprue, obviously. And finally, the movement tools. And this is very, very useful. As always, we will not describe like how to use them here and today. But yeah, you have in one single box like everything you need. A lot of ships, your little flagship, all those dices, the cards, like a lot of things. So yeah, you can expect some Sultanate ships on the channel very soon. Okay. I think that is going to be it for today. Just putting this little Anatolia back here for the ending. I hope this video was informative. Very, very happy of this starter set and the nice little surprise of the map. You do have a lot of things. If you want to start the game, this is probably the best point. So this is for the Sultanate, but of course there is going to be starters for every single faction. And yeah, very good place to start if you don't want to start with a friend and thus don't want to start with a two-player starter set. Thank you very much for having watched this video until the end. If you liked it, give us a thumbs up, it really helps. And yeah, let us know in the comment what do you think of this box. Are you going to get it? And are you interested in the Sultanate faction? Or maybe you already play the Sultanate and now you're considering to buy this box as well. Let us know what you think. And until the next video, remember to keep spreading the love all around you. Bye!